Hi everyone, this is Kim Hooson with Girl Scouts of Silver Sage, and I am here today to talk to you about the caregiver and girl registration for Digital Cookie. First, I do want to remind y'all who uses Digital Cookie. So Digital Cookie is what Girl Scouts will use to supercharge their cookie business. Girl Scouts A digital cookie is primarily used by Girl Scouts and Girl Scout caregivers. The Girl Scouts will create their site. They'll send marketing emails to their customers. They can manage and track their online sales and inventory and finances with their caregiver. They can also use the digital cookie platform for their customers. Their customers then place orders, and the Girl Scouts can track those orders and purchases from their customers. True Cookie managers will also use Digital Cookie, but they use it mostly in support of the Girl Scouts and families. Troop leaders use it to set up and manage a troop online sales site, which the girls can use for their cookie booths. And it will also um, show up in our random order based on zip code in our cookie finder. And then troop managers also can use it to support their girls and family with visibility into their online progress and activities. So going into our Girl Scout and caregiver experience, there are 4 steps in order to that will be covered for setting up their digital cookie site. First, they will receive a registration email. So watch for this email coming on January 2nd for caregivers and families. The sender will be from Girl Scout Cookies, and it will come from email@email.girlscouts.org. The subject line will be, "It is time to register your Girl Scout for Digital Cookie." Once you get that information, you will then click the Register Now section in the email, create a password and login. All users must register through Digital Cookie with the registration email every year. If for any reason you do not get a registration email, there is a tip sheet on titled "No Registration Email" that you can find in the Digital Cookie Help section. This tip sheet will make sure that you check your promotions, junk, and spam folders. These emails do get sent in mass, and sometimes our email providers, when we get those emails like that, say, "Oh, hey, this is a promotion," or "This might be spam," and it'll send it to the wrong folder. But if you do add that email at email.girlscouts.org email to your contacts list, then it will more likely to hit your inbox correctly instead of going to one of those other folders. Also, make sure that your MyGS account is updated with the correct email. If for any reason you would like to change the email that is sent to, I had to do that this year for my daughter. Or if your email in there is joebob72 at Yahoo and it should be 73, you'll want to make sure that you send an email to customer care and that we get that corrected on our end at council, because we have a couple of different places we need to change that in order for it to sync up with the cookie systems. And also adding the sender's email to your contact list is another great tip for making sure that it ends up in your inbox. If for any reason you don't get that email, on the Digital Cookie homepage, it will say something about no registration email or something like that. And you can click on that. It will take you to a self-help section, and it'll have you go through a couple of different steps, including entering your email to see if it is in the Digital Cookie system, which will then clue you in of oh, hey, it can either prompt a new email to be sent to me, or it can, help me make sure I notify my council to say, hey, my email wasn't correct. I need it to be this one. Uh, and sometimes we just don't have email addresses for girls or families. So that could be the case as well. Okay. Once you've logged into Digital Cookie, also to add, when you're registering through Digital Cookie, the first step for this, or the first steps, have to be done using a computer or a internet browser. So you could do it from your mobile device. You just cannot do it through the mobile app. Has to be done through your Google Chrome or Safari or whatever app you would normally use to browse the internet. That's where you'll have to go in order to register. Uh, so, on to the next part. Once you've logged into Digital Cookie, you will arrive at the homepage. There are 7 different sections in the homepage that will help support your Girl Scouts Digital Cookie sales. The first one is, I'm sorry, I've been dealing with a head cold. You gotta listen to me sniffle. First one is a message from council. So it'll just be like cute little, hey, Girl Scout, we're super excited. The cookie season is coming, and just a little note of encouragement from us here at Girl Scouts of Silver Sage. The next section will be about their sales goal. Girl Scouts can see their progress towards their goal, and then how many cookies that their troop cookie manager has assigned to them using their logistic system, which is Smart Cookies. Then, see, the progress bar will increase with any cookies that are donated. Any in-hand orders, those will appear right away. Shipped orders will appear on the graph when the order ships. It could take a few days. Orders do not ship on holidays or weekends. In-person delivery orders will appear once the order is approved. So I will be doing another video in just a little bit about how to go through and approve those messages. I just want to make sure we get a quick and easy how to register. So then also there will be a section where girls can add any offline sales to their site setup page, so that they and their customers can see a true representation of how many cookies they've sold. So my niece back in Chicago has already started selling cookies this year. And so I got her a little email. I went to her site and it was like, Ellie has 47 cookies left to hit her cookie goal. And it's super cute as a cookie customer to be able to see what the Girl Scouts goal is and how near or far they are from hitting that. The next section is the My Cookie site. So the girls will have a quick button link to setting up their site. Once their site is active and live, they will get a link to their cookie site and a QR code to share with their customers. That link and QR code may not show up until January 10th when sales are live. Our next section is on pending orders. In this section, they'll be notified if there are orders that need to be approved and to be reminded that orders might need to be marked as delivered. Our next section is about the cheers. So this is another quick access button to the cheers page where the Girl Scouts can send a cheer to another Girl Scout in their troop. They can see what cheers have been sent from other Girl Scouts, volunteers, and they can even get cheers from their customers. The next section is the pins and badges section. In this section, Girl Scouts can take a look at the steps needed to complete a pin or a badge. And once completed, the badges will show up on this homepage in color. So you can kind of see in the little graphic there that one of the pins and one of the badges are in color and the others are in black and white. When you first access this page, they will all be in black and white. All right, the last section is on the bottom of the homepage. This is the online sales and marketing section. This is where you can monitor your Girl Scouts cookie business by viewing the total sales, as well as a breakdown of sales by cookie variety and delivery options. There's also that graph at the bottom that they can see how many marketing emails have been sent to their customers. And so sometimes Digital Cookie, when a customer makes a purchase, will automatically send a thank you email. So if this, one customer, they sent the Open for Business email, or the Open for Business email. If this customer had also purchased, there might also be one in the thank you. All right. So here's the important part, setting up your Girl Scout cookie site. So in here, I'm going to grab my little PowerPoint laser. So we're in the site setup section. So you can either get that from the top bar of the section or the set up your site quick link from the homepage. If you are the parent of multiple Girl Scouts, this little drop down over here will allow you to pop down and see your multiple girls. You may have to go back into your My Account section and activate each of your Girl Scouts. So in this section, we're going to click on our setup link on the menu bar or the button from the homepage. And then there are 4 sections in order to set up the site. We'll go over more detail in a minute, but we've got our goal setting, we've got our cookie story, we've got adding a photo or video upload, and then previewing and publishing your site. So the first section, the My Sales Target section, Girl Scouts will enter how many packages of cookies that they are working towards selling this year through the online and offline sales. When that information is entered, the calculator will show how much money the troop will get from all of that hard work. And that is over here in section 2. That will be automatically calculated for you. And then you can click on save, which will save your goal. If your girl is not sure what her goal should be, she can take a look at this rewards button. So clicking there will take her to the rewards page where she can see all of the different items that are available at the different sales points for her to earn as a reward. So maybe this is her first year, she's really not sure, and maybe she just wants to earn the patch at 25 packages. Maybe she, wants to earn the stuffed animal, but she can't remember how many packages it is. Clicking on the rewards button will tell her how many packages, and then she can enter that in as her goal for that. And then not in that reward section, but on the back of the rewards card that your girls should have gotten from your troop cookie managers at your cookie meeting, if you've had it already, it is also available to view on our website. It is this really cute flyer and information about program credits. Program credits are Girl Scouts of Silver Sage's most flexible way to reward these Girl Scouts. Program credits are earned in addition to the stuffies and the tchotchkes and all of those other things that are on the other side that are sometimes a little bit more motivating. And so again, earned in addition, and they can be used on a lot of different things. They can be used in the Silver Sage store to purchase her uniform. They can be used towards tuition for camp. They can be used on STEM kits and stuffies and other things in the store. They can be used for a Girl Scout destination, which is a trip that is available to cadet seniors and ambassadors that they can go on with girls from all over the country. And some of the trips for seniors and ambassadors even allow them to go abroad. They can also use program credits for renewing their membership for some, approved service unit events. The girls working on their higher awards can use it for higher award projects. And they can also use them on any council-sponsored event or workshop that they can register on through GS events. Well, most of them. They also was just announced the other day that at 300 packages, they will be able to auto renew their membership for next year, which that normally earns them $75 in program credits. When they auto renew, they would get their membership next year paid for through their program credits, and then they would get $10 additional of program credits. So then it also mentions that down here, so far she has sold, and they can enter in any offline sales. These offline sales might be what she has sold at a cookie booth, or there is, I think there's a section on the homepage that says like, my troop volunteer has credited X number of packages. If you put that in your offline sales, that will help total how many packages between her online and offline that she has sold, so that both her and her customers can get an accurate idea of how many cookies she sold. Our next section is My Cookie Story. So there are two sections to this. There is a My Troop goal. So the girls will put in what and tell their customers what their troop is planning to do with their cookie money and why it's important. So maybe the girls are trying to plan a trip and they want to go on their very first camp out, or they are, juniors bridging to cadets this summer and they want to try to make a trip to San Diego to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge as part of their bridging ceremony. Maybe the troop loves animals and they are working on doing a community service project for the local animal shelter. Whatever the troop talks about doing as part of their cookie proceeds. Like this little example says they're going to be doing a service project for the food bank, they're going ice skating, camping, and to a water park. So this is what this example troop is trying to accomplish with their cookie proceeds. And the second section over here is to have your Girl Scouts tell your customers what you have learned from selling cookies. So this Girl Scouts example says, I love to ask people to buy cookies. And when they say yes, I like to sell cookies at a store and sell them to people. Maybe your Girl Scout has, taken this and really learned her timetables for sixes, since our cookies are $6 each. And maybe that's something she wants to, share that she has learned from selling cookies, is I've learned how to multiply by 6. Or I have learned how to talk to a customer, or I've learned how not to hide behind my mom when I'm at a cookie booth. There are so many different things that girls can share that they have learned from selling cookies. My personal favorite is when I was a Girl Scout in the very cold Chicago winters. I learned how to make cold calls. My mom would have me take my form from last year and call up all of my customers, most of them family and neighbors, so I knew them personally. But I'd make a phone call and be like, hey, Aunt Sue, I'm selling cookies again, and this is what you ordered last year. Would you like to order the same thing? So I learned what to do if they answer the phone, what to do if they didn't answer the phone. And that's a skill I still use today. So very important, to the bottom, remember to hit the save button so they don't have to type it all over again. My poor daughter learned that the hard way last year. The next section is for the video and upload. So Girl Scouts can choose to upload a photo, or they can choose a photo from the photo gallery. They can upload a video, or they can use the Girl Scout Cookie Boss video. There are some tips on how to make a video. And this also will show up on the customer side, so their customers can see, their cute little faces or hear their little voices with the video. My niece edited a video and it was so cute. So it's just a really cute way for the girls to personalize their website. Another thing is, if the girls do upload a photo, make sure that if there's other people in the photo, they get permission from those people to have the photo on their website. Once the Girl Scout has entered all of that information, her goal and her, story, you will now see the See Your Site and Publish button. Once you click on that button. It will give you a preview of the site. If your button only says see your site, you might have been missing some of those required fields from before. Maybe you forgot to click save. So you want to go back and make sure that everything has been completed, which then will switch to see your site and publish. Few things to double check before you publish the site. Is the spelling and grammar correct in the story? Is the photo and video displaying correctly? Is anything in your girl's video? Make sure she, uses appropriate language and things like that. Not that I can see any of our Girl Scouts not doing so. Are the goals accurate? Parents, make sure you double check this, because maybe your Girl Scout said she wanted to sell 3,000 packages in order to get the iPad. Well, if you know you're going to be going on vacation for that first weekend or two of cookie booths, she might struggle trying to sell 3,000. And by you and her both being on the same page for that goal, helps you, your Girl Scout, and your troop cookie manager make sure that if your girl, can't sell 3,000, maybe she can sell 500 or 1,000. And that's a more realistic goal for her. Then your troop cookie manager isn't, trying to figure out, okay, well, they're only at 400 packages. Are they going to try for that 3,000? Do I need to order them, 2,000 more packages of cookies so that they can hit that goal? So just make sure that, everybody from, your Girl Scout to your parents to your troop cookie manager is on the same page as far as to what the cookie goals are and if they are accurate. Then if you need to make any changes, you can click on the white edit button and make any changes. If it looks good, you can click the green approve and publish button. If you do not click the approve and publish button, your girl's site will not go live on January 10th. And then when you try to register and log into the mobile app, say you've got your troop has already set up their site and you have not clicked that button, all you will see in there is the troop page. You won't have the option to click on your girls. Ask me how I know this. So we had a few issues with this last year. And so making sure to click on that button will then, when you're in your mobile app, you will have the option to choose between your Girl Scouts personal sales or your troops sales, which will be very important when we get into cookie booths. So if you have a Girl Scout who is 13 or older, they will have a button that says see your site and submit for approval, which will then send the parents an email to approve and publish her site. That way you can verify that, she's added correct information. You can double check her goal and make sure it's attainable. And, you can preview her photo and video and make sure that she has put in the correct and appropriate images. All right. The next part of my slideshow is the digital cookie pages, which I will be sharing in a different video about digital cookie. But also, on our Girl Scouts of Silver Sage webpage, there is a digital cookie guide that has all of this information in it. It has different sections for troops, for parents. It even has a section for the customers, so you can see exactly what the customer is going to see when they go through the website or view it on a mobile device. So it's a great resource, and I used a lot of the images from the slideshow. So I highly recommend going to look at that. Also, in there, anywhere you see something that is underlined, it is a clickable link. So you can click on register my Girl Scout or create my Girl Scouts site, and it will take you to the page that talks about creating your Girl Scouts site. And it's not the most intuitive, but it will take you to where you need to go. And that is our just-in-time video for this week. I do not think we are going to have a Q&A next Tuesday because of the holidays. But if you do have any questions on registering your Girl Scout or setting up her digital cookie site, feel free to email customer care at customer care at girlscouts-ssc.org. And that, I think Kim and I are both kind of popping in over the holiday, and we're just going to kind of check that. And if anything needs to be addressed right away, we'll be taking a little bit of time out of our holiday to do so. But otherwise, everybody have a happy holiday, and we will see you all back when we return to the office on January 2nd.